Thomas Mann's short story, Felix, Krull, written 1911. Of course, every possibility of comparison is out of the question. I can neither demonstrate nor disprove, but I was then and am now convinced that with me, the satisfaction of love is twice as sweet and twice as poignant as with the average man. But it would be doing me an injustice to conclude that on the score of my unusual endowment I became a libertine and lady killer. My difficult and dangerous life made great demands on my powers of concentration. I had to take care not to exhaust myself. I have observed that with some the act of love is a trifle, which they perfunctorily discharge and go their way as though nothing had happened. As for me, the tribute which I paid was so great as to leave me for the time quite vacant and empty of the power to act. True, I've often exceeded, for the flesh is weak, and I found my amorous requirements only too easily met. But in the end, and on the whole, I was of a temper too manly and too serious not to be called back from sensual relaxation to a necessary and healthful austerity. Moreover, the purely physical satisfaction is surely the grosser part of that which I had as a child instinctively called the great joy. It enervates by satisfying us all too completely. It makes us bad lovers of the world, because on the one hand it robs life of its bloom and enchantment, and on the other it impoverishes our own power to charm, since only he who desires is amiable, not he who is sated. For my part, I know many kinds of satisfaction finer and more subtle than the crude act which, after all, is but a limited and illusory satisfaction of appetite. And I am convinced that he is but a crude notion of enjoyment whose activities are directed only and immediately to the definite goal. My desires were always upon a broader, larger, and more general scale. They found the sweetest feeding where others might not seek. They were never precisely defined or specialized, and for this reason, among others, it was that despite my special aptitude, I remained so long innocent and unconscious, yes, actually my whole life long, a child and dreamer.